What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and right now I'm standing in front of the largest freshwater lake in the state of Florida, Lake Okeechobee. There it all is, right behind me. This lake is gigantic. You can literally see it from the satellite images of Florida from outer space on Google Earth, too. If you guys hear a lot of squawking in the background, it's because there's a lot of rude-ass crows above me that are getting pissed off at me for some reason. So, yeah, don't mind them. I'm not sure if those are crows or ravens, but your guess is as good as mine. Another interesting fact about this lake is that it's only 12 feet deep, and that's pretty shallow for a lake this massive. That's basically two Joe Winkos standing on top of each other without the bandana, like the judgmental assholes on FetLife prefer me to be. But that's a whole nother topic we're not going to talk about in this video. Interestingly enough, this was actually an area that my adoptive parents were actually considering sending me to because they knew that I wanted to be away from the water and safe from hurricanes. However, the town of Okeechobee isn't quite developed enough, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer to not live in a place that's too crowded, but when it's a place that's too deserted, you get some issues. Like, I can't have my groceries delivered there because that town doesn't offer Walmart grocery delivery, or there's not enough doctors there and stuff like that. And yeah, that's the only reason why I can't live in a town that's too small. Otherwise, I would love to live there, really. There's so many people moving to Florida all the time, but you guys will actually be surprised how much open space there is in Florida. It's because everyone wants to live by the beaches, really. Another reason why I didn't want to live in Okeechobee at first is because I was worried about storm surge. Now, storm surge, I didn't know this back then, but storm surge usually only happens out in the ocean. I thought storm surge was from the wind blowing the water on shore, which does occur, really. But what storm surge actually is the low pressure from the hurricane actually causes the water to rise and flood the land that the water is by, which only occurs out in the ocean, really. Can't really occur in the lake. I thought that you could get storm surge from Lake Okeechobee because I remember reading online a long time ago that a really bad hurricane hit Lake Okeechobee and it caused storm surge from the lake to flood this one town. But someone on the hurricane section of Reddit told me that it was actually a broken dam that caused the disaster. And I'm not exactly sure where that dam is. I didn't really read up on that before coming here. But the main thing I do know is that you cannot get storm surge from Lake Okeechobee. So I'm happy about that at least. However, I still would not go swimming in this lake. There aren't any killer sharks, but I'm pretty convinced that there's at least one killer alligator out in this lake, really. It's funny, because when I told my adoptive mom that I was going to be going to Lake Okeechobee and that I was going to be doing a video in front of Lake Okeechobee, she told me, "Oh, Joe, don't get too close to the lake, an alligator might come and try to kill you." But really, alligators are mainly only dangerous while you're in the water, really. But I never swim in water in Florida, because any body of water can have an alligator in it. The only dangerous thing at this park are the annoying ravens that are keeping up a whole bunch of noise interrupting my video, but forget about them. If you guys been watching my gaming videos of me playing Jaws Unleashed, you guys would know that I really don't like my hillbilly neighbors and been wanting them to get devoured by sharks lately. However, I've actually been told on a lot of websites that sharks usually don't target humans at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do attack humans, but the main reason why is because they think that humans are fish. I don't know how the hell sharks get confused and think humans are fish when they see us in the water, but apparently they can't tell the difference between a human and a fish. Alligators, however, do go for humans and attack humans, really. Once an alligator kills a human, they actually have to kill the alligator because it develops a taste for humans. That's actually kind of scary. But then, for a while, I was also hoping that my hillbilly neighbors, who I hate so much, who make my life miserable, I was hoping that they would actually get eaten by alligators instead. However, most people from down south are smart enough to know that there's alligators in every body of water and to stay out of them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that my hillbilly neighbors are smart enough to know that. So whatever ends up devouring them, I'll be okay with it. Just as long as they're gone forever and out of my life forever. I know, that's pretty savage of me, but you can blame my autism mind for that. So yeah, that's basically it for my video of me at Lake Okeechobee. What did you guys think of Lake Okeechobee? Have you ever been to Lake Okeechobee? Have you ever seen alligators in Lake Okeechobee? And what do you think of Lake Okeechobee? Let me know in the comments of this video so we can get a whole conversation started, since that's the whole point of all my YouTube videos, to start a conversation with you guys. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. So that's it. Peace out, people.